In this dying moment of the market, it is essential that as a trader, you don't really play with taking partial profit. What is up, guys? It's KOJOFOREX, aka GBP Emperor, aka Emperor of Blues. In today's video, I'm going to show you the reason why it is essential as a trader in this dying moment to not play with taking partial profit. Yeah, so guys, if you may have known me for a while, you know that I'm a swing trader. I like to hold positions for a long time, be it a day, 2 days, 3 days, sometimes even a week or even a month. But in this current market conditions, I'm one of the people that do not play with taking partial profit in the market at all. Being the fact that usually these times you see the market really running in your favor, maybe you're going to probably be in about 30, 40, 50, 60 pips of profit, and all of a sudden the market just retraces sharply against your position or against your entry, and then you see it literally rolling back down in your favor again. But then, because you may have not taken some partial profit in the market, sometimes these reversals can be abrupt and then totally not even tend to going back into your favor, and it makes you literally lose all your positions. So I'm going to show you some technical insight into why it is essential in this times of the market to strategically know how to place your positions and then how to take partial profit. In fact, I'm going to also show you some of the various means and ways of taking partial profit in the market, be it you reducing your lot size or taking multiple positions and closing some out of it, right? So without wasting my time, let's head right into the chart and I'll show you how this is done. Yeah, guys, so quite recently I've been taking so much positions in the market. Even talk about today, I took some positions in GBP USD, I took some positions in Euro USD, and I took some positions on USD Swiss franc. So I'm going to use those three perspectives to show you why it is essential that as a trader in this dying moment of the market for you to just be safer side, taking some partial profit and letting the rest of the market literally run, so that when the market reverses back into your position to hit at stop loss at break even, you don't have anything to care about or lose, being that you saw some profit, you didn't even have a taste of the profit and the market literally reversed against you, right? It can be so frustrating, especially when you're thinking about the fact that you saw some, massive blues in your favor. You entered the positions, you were probably in about 50 pips, 60 pips, and then you were seeing about $1,000 profit, $1,500 profit. You then come back, new time frame or new candle shows up, and all of a sudden that $1,000 or $1,500 profit becomes, let's say, about $100 or $50. It can be so discouraging, so frustrating, and then if you do not really have that heart for it, it may totally throw you off on that position, right? So yeah, if you can clearly see here for our pound positions, I was actually going short. It was a trade I sent to the community members and then the VIP as well, right? So if you're not part of the community, this is where you need to click in the link in the description to join the KOJOFOREX Telegram community as well. So GBP USD position was really easy and short. You can see that we were tapping exactly into my psychological level of 1.2250, right? And then I had seen certain reversal formation which were showing clearly that this market was going to sell off from this region. So I was basically looking for a short position within here and targeting that we're going to visit these trend line regions, right? So this is just for GBP USD position. Let's go right to Euro USD, and I'll come back to break down the insight of those trade positions for you guys as well. So with Euro USD, I was also trying to target these shots from here. You can already perhaps see even the reasoning for the short position. I was targeting take profit around these regions and then here. So let's use the first take profit as a insight, and then the same for USD Swiss franc, where I was literally also targeting a long position from these very bottoms here, putting stop loss just right at the bottom of the range like that, and targeting that the market is going to go perhaps all the way up into these highs again, right? So now it may be very clear to some of you the reason for me to find some of these entries. If you look at specifically like USD Swiss franc, for example, you can see that we made this low here, and it was easy for me to have seen that we went all the way up, visited these lows, and then the market was definitely somehow going to use these lows as a support region for the market to really rise up again. And that was the trade setup for this one, or that was a technical know-how or technical insight into why I was looking for a long, on USD Swiss franc. And then when you come to Euro USD, it was more like the opposite of the USD Swiss franc, where we can see the market make high here, a couple of touches onto these ranges, came all the way back down, went back to tap onto the high, formed some rejections in that range, and I was finding that short positions here. Very beautiful, easy setup. One of my favorite setup. If you've been following me for a while now, some will call it double top, some will call it the M formation, W form, whatever you want to call it. That's up to you. And then we have the GBP USD position as well, where I see that it came clearly into that psychological level. At the same time, we have some little bit of resistance peak around here, and then we found that trade entry for the short as well. So yeah, that trade breakdown is pretty easy for you. I can get Yes, now. But the real reason of what we are talking about is as we entered all these positions, making about 30, 40, 50 pips in profit, as you can see with GBP USD, about 50 pips in profit. Imagine that you literally saw 50 pips in profit. If you put one lot, you're literally seeing $500. If you put two lots, you're seeing $1,000. If you should put two lots on each of those positions, you're literally seeing about $3,000 easily within a couple of minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours barely. You're seeing $3,000. It is way above the minimum wage for a month most people would ever get in their life, right? And then you're making that in a couple of days, and then imagine that you're not taking any partial profit. And then these positions, as you can see with Euro USD, the market literally pulled back up, right? As we can see here, it pulled back up. Nonetheless, it continued back down. In that case, you're safe as a trader, your profit is back in your favor. But as at the time where it pulled back, you're going to see your trade profit literally shrinking. But let's look at that of GBP USD. We can clearly see that for the fact of GBP USD, the market came back up, pushed back with a spike, and currently is all the way back up again. So if you've not taken any partial profit out of this position, you must be in a very sad position, knowing that you made literally 50 pips and then now you are taking nothing out of the market. So I want to really explain to you into details that this is a time of the market or market conditions where you don't really want to play with taking partial profit. And then one of the ways I'm going to explain to you in taking partial profit is that, let's say risk management wise, you're supposed to take two positions, right? Now, how are you going to even know that you're supposed to take two positions? Let's say with your account size, you're supposed to take a position of, let's say, one lot, right? So now, rather than putting all that one lot on a single position, you decide to divide it into two, which is like 0.5 and then 0.5. So all you're going to do is just break down the lot into 0.5, 0.5, which obviously adds up to one lot. So once you do that, you're going to now have to observe your position. Let's say for GBP USD, you've taken 0.5 and then another 0.5. So you literally will have two positions running. Now, when the profit or when the market moves into a significant profit, usually anything above 40 pips is significant for you to want to take some partial profit out of the market, because we have day traders who will die for 30 pips, for 20 pips. We have scalpers who will die for even 10 pips in the market. So if you're a trader and you've made 30, 40 pips, it's so significant in this current market condition to be so grateful to take some partial profit. So with the fact that you have two positions running, which is 0.5 and 0.5, one aspect of the taking partial profit is that you can now close one of the 0.5 positions, put stop loss at break even for the one that is running, and then you just protect that trade. You can let it run as far as you want. If it comes back to even take you out at break even, you can satisfy yourself with the fact that you still took some 0.5 from the previous one. So that is one aspect. The second practical aspect is that rather than dividing your lot size into two, you can actually put the full one lot there. So you have like one lot running. But as far as that trade is running, all you're going to do is that you're going to now close that partial profit from your MT4 account. And most people don't even know that that is possible. But I'm going to show you practically with one of my trade positions running here. So I still have Euro USD running. So for the fact of this example, I'm going to be recording my screen and I'll show you how to close partial profit. So currently, as you can see here from my screen, I have 1.55 running on Euro USD. So if you want to take partial profit on this, all you have to do is swipe onto the left side. You see this button here, which is the check mark. You click on that check mark. It's going to take you to where you place your lot size. And then with the lot size, you can decide to reduce it because you're taking partial profit. So if I reduce this lot size to, let's say, 0.8, it tells you that I'm closing $220 out of the running position. So you can see here the running position is 437. So once I come here, whatever lot size that I want to close is what I'll put here. So if I put that I want to close one lot, then that tells me that one lot currently what is running gives me the sum of what banking 266 into my balance, not equity. I'm closing this as part of my balance. It's going to be part of my balance, and then my equity will still be running, right? So depending on whatever your account size is, let's say you put on one lot, you want to take partial profit, you just swipe up, swipe onto the left side, you edit it, and then you choose what lot size or what amount of value you want to close, and then you bank the rest. So for this purpose of this example, let's say I want to bank 0.9, which gives us 259. So I click 0.9. You can see that that has now reduced my current running lot size from 1.55 to 0.65. But when you come to the history, you can clearly see that 0.9 trade has been beautifully banked there, right? And then when I come here as well for Euro USD, I can also swipe here and decide to close some partial profit for this one as well, which is like also literally closing 0.9 out of this, and then we close it. Then you can beautifully see that now we have $461 running, and then the history we have 268 banked, and then 258 also banked. So now I can literally let these positions run at ease where I'm not going to have any troubles at all. So that brings us to the end of this video. If you really love this simple insight that helps you to understand why it is essential at this point to always close some partial profit or book some partial profit, then you want to smash the like button, destroy the like button. Let's hit about 1k likes, 2k likes within the first 1 hour of this video. Also make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that. We are a few subscribers away from 90k. We're going to hit that very soon, and then perhaps force our way out into the 100k subscriber range, right? So connect with me on all social media at KOJOFOREX, KOJOFOREX, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.